I came upon this question and it really stopped me in my tracks. And in this video, I'm going to share with you one question you can ask yourself that will really help you to stop self-sabotaging, to finally go after the life that you want, and to actually achieve your dreams. Because if you're a woman who's been struggling a lot, you've been trying to love yourself, trying to get what you want, and if there is a part of you that's going against your dreams, it's because you have not asked yourself this question. What part of me am I still punishing? I'm going to share with you in this video how that shows up so you can recognize it, as well as how to heal from it. Sometimes we punish ourselves in the most subtle ways, and this is so important because if you don't recognize those parts of you that you are going against within yourself, it's like you're constantly living with an enemy. If you are not on board subconsciously and consciously to go towards the things that you want, you will never get them because one part of you will be finding another, and you live with yourself for the rest of your life. The most important thing for you to get what you want and to be happy and to find love within yourself and in the world is to align all of you. And you can't do that if you're subconsciously punishing yourself. So some of the ways this shows up is if you are ignoring the needs of your body. I'm a queen of this. If you have feelings in your body and you feel like you suppress them, you don't honor them, like maybe you don't want to touch someone, maybe you don't want to do something, maybe you're tired and your body is telling you this, but you ignore it and you dismiss those feelings, that is self-punishment. If you are someone that judges your emotions, if you shame yourself for them, that is massively you going against yourself, because when you feel something, you feel it for a reason. I'm so passionate about this because you cannot judge how you feel. Like you feel how you feel. It's valid. So if you're shaming your emotions, it's because you're punishing those parts of you that are deeply emotional, that feel, that have a right to feel and express every single emotion. If you're someone that's people pleasing, if you want to make others happy at the expense of yourself, if you give up your boundaries, if you give up your truth, if you subdue your own voice, your own creativity, your own expression, your own sensuality, your own woman centeredness, if you give up your needs for someone else, you're punishing yourself. And this is so important because as women, sometimes we're conditioned to give up our needs for others. And I have been there and I've done that. And when I looked at this question, I was like, oh my God, I would have never attributed my behavior patterns to this. Even going after your dreams, if you reason with your desires, if you reject your desires are given to you by God. And so if you sit here and you say, oh, I don't deserve this, I shouldn't go after this, you're doing so much damage to yourself and to the world. And so, for example, even me making this video, I've procrastinated on helping women for so long. As a woman, I have done so much self-development and I've had multiple YouTube channels. But one thing I've never talked about was how to specifically help women, because I believe I've learned a lot. Even though I am kind of young, I think the most important thing is not your age. The most important thing is your happiness, because age is just a number of amount of years we have spent on earth. So whatever your age is, that has nothing to do with what you can achieve, with where you can go, with what you can accomplish. And so sometimes people use age as an excuse, but you're never too old or too young to achieve anything. And so sometimes, for example, how this can show up is holding this the wrong way. Meow, 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 meow. There's parts of you that want expression. For example, if you are a high achiever and you constantly go, 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 do, maybe you're perfectionistic, you're essentially punishing the part of you that maybe wants to rest. If you can't have that balance of resting, of owning your femininity, of owning your softness, if you have lost touch with your softness, if you have lost touch with your inner feminine power, and sometimes we think that power is this masculine quality of going after things, accomplishing them like force, but force is not power. In fact, there's a book called Power versus Force, because those are two very different things. Having a lot of force, pushing through things, is not the same as having power. True power will come to you when you are in your most authentic self, because God gave you all the gifts that you can ever have. And so you will have even more power if you can let go of trying to force things and you can surrender into yourself and into your blueprint. So I want you to take a moment right now. If you are driving, maybe don't close your eyes, do this at another time. If you are watching this somewhere peacefully, maybe you're taking a walk, maybe you're sitting down somewhere, take a second to just get back into your body. Close your eyes if you can, put a hand on your heart, take a deep breath, relax, let go of those thoughts, and ask yourself this question. What part of me am I still punishing? And look what shows up. Do you get memories? Do you get sensations in your body? What comes up to you? Are there parts of you that you don't accept, that you shove away. It's good to journal about this as well. A good follow up question to look into is, where did it start? Where did it first start? And what does that part of you want? So for example, for my case, when I wanted to make videos and I wanted to help women, it's something I've been passionate about. There's something in me that comes alive when I talk about helping women, specifically with self-worth and confidence, and I've just shoved it away for so long. And basically, from my childhood, I am raised in Lithuania, and there is a saying that translates to English as, you cannot jump above your belly button. What that means is, you shouldn't strive to do better. You should not strive to achieve things. You should not strive to be different. You should not strive to get to a place in life where you are quote unquote better than others, because that's not good. That's not safe. You will be punished for it. And so, because of this fear, I constantly kept myself in the safety bubble where I wouldn't allow myself to succeed. I wouldn't allow myself to thrive because my subconscious thought it's not safe. And I never understood why this is the case. And really, it turns out I was punishing a part of me that wants to succeed, because in my subconscious wiring, I didn't think she was good. I didn't think that person deserved attention. I thought she was going to hurt me. I thought that part of me that wants to achieve, share, and help and support other women is going to be punished if she does so. And so I kept fighting back and forth with myself. And so this constant tug of war can be resolved if you can get into full alignment with yourself, which I believe a lot of inner mastery things, which by the way, inner mastery for me is such a project, which is why I created a channel name to be that, because it's my lifelong interest and passion to master myself and to detach from needing validation, to detach from needing external things, and just master yourself as a vessel, because truly that's the only control that we have. We cannot control external things no matter how much we want to. You have full control over yourself. You have full control over reality you create. You have full control over reality you see. If you're into manifestation at all, you create your reality in your mind that you have control over. But how it shows up is just a reflection. And so for me, it's such a project to master yourself. And one of the key things is knowing yourself. For you to truly love yourself, you have to know yourself. And how can you know yourself if you don't look deep enough? So once you have clarity on the part of you that you're trying to punish, next thing I want you to do is I want you to talk to that part of you like you were a loving parent, like you were a loving mother that you never had. This is how you're going to heal. This is what's going to help you to overcome that and to reparent yourself. Because sometimes we think that we had parents and we almost give all of our power to the way we were raised, because we just sometimes have this tendency to be victims of, oh my God, I was raised this way. That's just how I am. Babe, this is not how you have to be. As an adult, we have the power to take ownership of our lives and to reparent those parts of us that didn't get the love they deserved. And the part of you that is being punished is screaming for you to help her. She wants you to be there for her. She wants you to love her. And so you can talk to that part of you like a loving parent. In the case of people pleasing or boundaries, when you go down the question, what part of me am I still punishing? And you say, okay, it's the part of me that has a voice, that has expression. She has needs, but I'm punishing her by not allowing her to exist because I don't think it's right. I think she's going to ruin my life. I think I'm going to maybe get too far off of, maybe I'm going to get too far down the rabbit hole. And so you kind of shove her down. And so what I want you to do is I want you to talk to that part of her like you accept and love her and say, you know what, I'm here for you. How can I help you? How can I show up for you? How can I help you express? What do you need from me? And listen and just respect that part of you, and to the best of your ability, allow her to express whatever that looks like for you, whether that means setting healthy boundaries, communicating your needs, whatever that is. And in those moments, when you choose to do that, simply sit with the tension. You have to sit with the tension because it's not always easy. Expressing yourself and growing and healing sometimes comes with discomfort, but on the other side of discomfort truly is freedom. If you watched this video all the way till the end, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.